Good morning. It is Friday, June 7th. So this weekend is a little interesting. It's kind of intriguing. So over the weekend, we have Venus squaring Saturn, the Sun squaring Saturn. Mars will be at 29 Aries today and a good portion of tomorrow before it moves into Taurus, where it's debilitated and doesn't work very well. And then we also have the T-square that happens Sunday evening between Mars and Pluto and the moon, okay? So that T-square, the square between Pluto and Mars is not exact until Tuesday, but you could see something triggered with the moon making a T-square out of it on Sunday evening that could be kind of difficult and frustrating and even a little bit explosive, quite honestly. But the squares between Venus and the Sun to Saturn, that's going to feel like hitting a roadblock, right? And Mars at 29 Aries is always going to have the potential for emotional outbursts and anger and frustration, and like this trying really hard to just make something happen, even though you're hitting these roadblocks from those squares to Saturn. And anytime something squares Saturn or conjunct Saturn even, you can actually see full-blown endings. So relationships, money, friendships, just the self, like who you are, how you express yourself. You could see these really difficult roadblocks that could lead to actual endings. And then that T-square between Pluto and Mars and the moon is very kind of indicative of, with Pluto being retrogrades, the people trying to maintain control over groups, whether this is somebody in your friend group or a boss at work or out in the world, they're coming up against roadblocks, right? Trying to maintain this control that's been waning. And Mars, when it hits Taurus, it doesn't work very well. It has a hard time taking action in Taurus. So there's like this roadblock between them trying to get somewhere and trying to maintain control, and it's just not working out for them. So really, it's an interesting weekend where we really kind of just need to sit back and watch what happens, let all the chips fall, and see where things go. The plus side to this weekend is that the moon is going to be in Cancer until Sunday evening. So there is this underlying subconscious energy of love and compassion and understanding, empathy and nurturing, right? So despite the fact that there's kind of this ugliness going on and feeling like you're hitting a block wall, especially once Mars moves into Taurus tomorrow afternoon, you've still got this emotional energy of being nurturing and understanding and empathetic. So that's kind of a plus side to that, to kind of even things out. So for the cards, our energy of the weekend is Temperance. And I know you hear a lot of tarot readers talk about how beautiful Temperance energy is, and it is in a way, but it's the card that sits between the Death card and the Devil card. So it's about finding balance while you're in the thick of it, right? It's about figuring out, okay, this is ending, things are out of my control. What can I do in my space to get through this? So it's about finding that emotional stability, getting yourself grounded, and figuring out what your next step needs to be. Okay, so that is our energy for the weekend. But what we're focusing on is this Knight of Cups, and what we're avoiding is the Hangman. And as you can see, Knight of Cups walking towards the Hangman, and the Hangman's looking up at the Knight of Cups. What I'm getting here is focus on that Cancer energy from the moon. Be empathetic, offer help to people, be loving, be kind, be understanding, and be willing to accept it in return as well. Don't, turn around and look at them with a side eye and expect that, nobody's really being honest with you, because the only harsh aspect the moon is making over the weekend is a square to the nodes, which is really more just kind of irritating because you feel like you're being pulled in a bunch of different directions. So, but overall, it's pretty decent energy. So if someone is offering you help, go ahead and take it. If they're offering you compassion and understanding, take it. Don't look at it sideways. Don't think, oh, I need to hold off for a minute before taking this to see everything clearly, because you are seeing things clearly. Stuff is hard and people want to help you out. So it's okay to accept it.